Welcome back, everyone, to Pineleaf on Board, where we're about to play the finale to our Charterstone campaign. I think I have this particular campaign all but clinched at the moment, though I have been known to occasionally pull defeat out of the jaws of victory, so I will have to be careful on that matter. But I am surprised at how well I am doing in this campaign, seeing how that I'm playing it on hard difficulty. And I have seen that there are places where they are playing better than my opponents are. So I'm doing pretty well here, I think. And it looks like we have here the player with the most VP wins, of course, the game. And the guidepost here is to have the least influence. So our goal here is to spend our influence and spend it as well as we can. And of course, in that, use it in order to get as many victory points as we can. And the temporary rule is that we can only use our own sky islands. So now what do I want here? Now, the hoedown hall is probably not the best one to have since we were trying to spend our victory points here. Now we have, let's see, we're trying to spend our influence, I mean. So because we're trying to spend influence, I will put the Sky Island to get the income victory points in there. I think would be a better way of getting the objective cards. And the other one is getting a friend by spending grain or getting a golem. Hmm. Well, let's see. Do I want to? Because I have a feeling one of these two I might be wanting to build over, probably this one here. So I will put the tower on top of the golem, and I think that will be my best bet there. Because this one spends influence, and I like to have an influence spender there. There you go. There are the perils. And first player is... Ooh, I get to go last. That could be useful. Now, obviously, I'll be using the Mixologist since that is the only persona I have that I haven't used yet. At the game's end, if you have 0 points, gain 6 victory points. And it's also, if I have no resources at the end, then I will also, on top of that, collect the campaign victory points that I have, whichever is, however many that's worth. I forgot since we have individual scoring for this particular one. This one is 5 points. So I'll get 5 extra campaign points if I manage to use it, which is doubtful because I'll probably forget halfway through the game that I need to use up all of my resources. Now, you don't have to save anything. This is the last game of the campaign, so there is absolutely no advantage of saving them on there. But anyway, take the Mixologist. Increase that. That uses... See, that's using up my first piece of influence in there, and any minion and I want. And what's a good one to take? Obviously not a chef, because I don't want influence back. Well, the butler is the only other one I don't have. And I haven't used a butler all game, right? I know. This, well, the capacity is actually going to be worth some victory points at the end. Was it 3 points for that? So I'll at least be able to get out of that, even though the capacity extra is not going to help me one bit at the end of the game. So what do we want here, though? The Gauntlet of Death allows you to discard during your turn to activate additional persona to use in this game. Ooh, for the Gauntlet of Death, that'd be nice, or not. Let's see. Barracks. Well, I wanted to be able to build one more area, and it unfortunately gives an influence, but it's worth 17 victory points at the end. So I think I'm going to take the barracks. And my second one here is going to be the gardener, of course. the gardener has helped me so much. When I take the gardener, I get extra victory points. Someone took the gauntlet of death, apparently. Let's see. Wait, what do I have here? I need 4 different card types. Well, now, if I'm going to do that, I'm going to need pumpkins. I've got no pumpkins at the moment. So that's what I'm going to start with by grabbing a pumpkin. And is there anything here I really want before I decide what to do? Oh, the jack-o'-lantern is going to be... Yeah, I'll grab the jack-o'-lantern. And that means I will... Wait, what am I doing here? Whenever you place robot opponents during turn, gain 1 advancement card. What's going on here? Oh, 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 oh. Good thing I was paying attention to what happened. What happened is it my turn or whose turn is it? I am... All right, somebody had used there is one of the opponents is using something that forces me to discard one of mine, so I'll discard the butler. Yeah, May used the hypnotist on me, I guess, or whatever that thing is called. Well, now I know that she took the loyalist because I told you those are really nasty ones that they have in there. Now it is my turn, and I will take this, go down here, grab the jack-o'-lantern. Where would I want the amulet of memory? That could be useful later on. Yeah, let's take the amulet of memory. All right, and of course I want the pumpkin. And let's see. Oh, that's right, because I'm trying to have 0 resources at the end. So it's going to prompt me every time I can take a resource, do I really want to take it? Since that's since that is something that is going to be nearing the end game, that I will, of course, not be wanting to take resources unless I know I can spend it. Or that the only way for me to spend what I still have will be not having the other... Okay, now if I think I put the golem here, and then I take a pumpkin, and then I will take... Oh, and I could have Team Builder next after this. So for Team Builder, well, I could put one of my mains onto there. Or I could go to the grandstand if I don't have any pumpkins. Because I think Team Builder is the one that requires you to have 3 minions on the map. So let's see, we want 3 minions on the map, and which one should I have? Let's see, if I have a ghost here... Oh yes, those 2 require me to... Oh, that's interesting. Yes! Yes, I could do this, so it won't cost me the 3 pumpkins if I toss the treasure. That's good, right. So it cost me the treasure, and I can put the influence on there. Alright, good. Well, that was worth quite a bit. And now I think I've got 3 minions out. Now, of course, I don't have that treasure anymore, so I'll need pumpkins. Right, let me see. I've got... Yeah, Team Builder is now completed. And Overachiever is one of my objectives, so as long... And I'm probably going to get a couple of personal ones, so that should be fine. I've got no pumpkins, and I'm not going to... Yeah, not going to wait for that. So therefore, I am actually going to head out to the grandstand and complete it that way. There you go. So the grandstand does have some uses still. Now let's see, pumpkins. I think it's still early enough that I will still take the pumpkin. So we have that, and oh, that's right. I still have the option of, do I want to take an extra turn? Is this a good time to take an extra turn? I mean, recalling somebody and doing something with it. But the question is, do I have something I need to do quickly? Now, what do I have in the way? I have two. No, I'm looking at the wrong. Oh, I have to repair things. Yeah. Actually, I think I will use that now. Just to make sure that I don't forget to use it. Because otherwise, I'll probably forget to use it. And I will. Oh, choose the worker to retrieve. How about the one on the grandstand? Oh, no, actually, how about the robot? Yeah, I'll choose robot, but I will be placing this one right here. Actually, it might have been better to have taken the one off the grandstand because that means I would have been able to do a quota action next turn. I didn't think about that. But I was going by the assumption that somebody will be using the grandstand soon. And we'll have to see about that. Let's see. Obviously, nobody did use the grandstand. So that means I need... Well, we had an income phase, so what am I? Helping hands, so I need a helping... They aren't up there yet. So there aren't any, so I'm not going to worry about that. I'm not going to worry about that. I have two barrels. Yeah, I can't use anything on the outside anyway unless I retrieve. So I just want to make sure let's see. Any of those are going to be particularly useful for me at the moment. Well, this will get me an extra pumpkin and spend one of my influence. Give me a peril, so I think I will use that. Oh yeah, I forgot about that extra pumpkin too. Oh no, that's just the pumpkin I got because I went to the space. So I have to keep track of helping hands as well as track of how the game is developing. Right now, I think I want to retrieve workers. And look at what I've got on there. Let's see, okay, turning that in for a few points from the golem. See, 1332. I said that all I really need to do for this particular one is to maintain contact, I think, and I'm actually leading. So I don't think I've got any troubles right now. Did we? No, we... Oh, that's right. I want to use some I need to use some influence. And that means... Oh, that's right. I forgot that they went over there. 2 influence for wood. Ah, of course, this is a nice place to spend influence at. And I think I should do that. So I'm going to go to the Skyport. And let's see, we want... let's spend 2 peril for that. Good. And at least we'll use influence, even if I'm not going out to the port over there. Oh, that's right. I wanted to build something. Thank you for reminding me. Right, because I have the barrack, so I need 2 brick. Thank you for the reminder. Now, is there a place to get 2 brick from? Yes, spend an influence for 2 brick. Yes, that's exactly what I want to do. Yes. Oh, actually, it's clay, but it's used to make bricks. So spending a lot of time thinking about what to do. Now, what do I want to do? Let's see. I've got... Now, why did I want the 2 brick? Now I gotta remember why I wanted that in the first place. Oh yes, of course, there's a building I want to build. So that means I've got the barracks that's all ready to build. But in order to build that barracks, I am going to first need a regular worker, which I don't have. So let me just... let's see, we are at 4 or 5. I think the game's going to wind down very quickly after this. So this is probably the last time I'm going to grab something. Oh, hold on. Oh, okay. In fact, I'm about to use the last of my influence next turn. Well, not next turn, the turn after that. So I can't spend any influence until I build this building. So retrieve all. Good thing I noticed that just in time. But right now I'm leading and I've got the most, or the least in. I think the idea is there is to have the least influence that means that you spend to spread your influence all around in order to do that. Now, if I did this right, I can build this, build the barracks, build it, and why is it allowing me to build it there? Because I just realized that I thought you weren't allowed to build over it if there was a peril token there. Which is something that I should have done during my last turn or something like that. It allows me to do it. Now, unfortunately, I don't have any more influence to spend over there. And now we're going to just start ticking away whenever it's my turn. Oh, she opens up great. The storehouse. Oh, now we get the storehouse. That would come in handy a couple of turns ago when I was looking for that particular item. Now, obviously, I'm going to skip this now because we are now definitely in the end game phase. So I won't be gaining any more resources unless I'm positive that I'll be using them. So what do I want to do here? I have to spend a grain, a pumpkin, and looks a grain, a pumpkin, a metal, and a coal. Is there a way that I can do that? I have no way of doing that here. A grain, a pumpkin, a metal, and a coal. So I need to go someplace where I could spend those things. Well, I can gain money. So I will... Alright. So I'm going to see if I can use up all of my resources. Though if I spend too much time doing that, then I might be giving up other sources. So I do have to keep track of how I'm working on spending my victory points there. I have 2 pumpkins. What can I do with... Yeah. Skip. And let's see. This is... I have one more turn after this one. I have no objectives at the moment. Is there an objective I can get? No, I've already done Card Mogul. Helping Hands, there aren't any up there. Best Friends Forever will require me to get 2 more of those. And I've sort of killed Diversified Production with what I did last turn. So that's not particularly good. That's the disadvantage of the personas that I am using. I can't get anything that costs influence at the moment. A little bit of a bind, aren't we? Yes. What's up here? Let's see. We've got a free cost. Well, that's the last thing I want. And yeah, nothing here is gonna get me out of the spot that I placed myself in. So I don't think I'm going to be able to spend all of my resources. I turned that around a little bit too late. And I'm not going to be able to do an objective, so I can't spend 2 pumpkins there. So I have no place to spend my pumpkins. I took too many pumpkins. Ah, wait. Isn't there a place where I can... No! No! Oh! Oh, I was waiting for something else there? Alright. I have no idea what I just did there. Okay. Oh, that was a... Yeah, alright, so... Well, I was thinking of what if I go here? I don't have workers to do that with. Oh. I was thinking that if I had 2 main workers, I could have used the, I think, whatever that thing, the artificiery, and that could have actually gotten rid of all my resources. Well, too bad I didn't think about that. So that leaves absolutely nothing I can do. So I just have to get some quick points, and that's the only thing I can do, and forget about anything. Quick points means going after using a cat. I think I could get more points if I wait a turn and just retrieve everything this turn. Yeah, this is, all right, this is the last turn. Now, I am currently leading. I'm going to get the bonus for the reputation, so that's no problem. So there's no problem with that. I'm just trying to see if I could win the game. So I am leading. One of these might have a persona. Now, I know at least I know May doesn't, but it's possible that Bruce has the persona that allows him to get extra victory points at the end. So I'm going to try to get as many victory points as I can just to make sure that he doesn't overtake me. Now, oh, I don't have, no, that's the only thing I can spend up there. So that's no good. So is there anything here that is worth a number of victory points that I could spend? Well, I can spend a guest and get 2. I can do this and get 2. That's only worth 1. Oh, this is 3 resource. Oh! Oh! Too bad it didn't cost 4 resources. And that also cost, yeah, well, I don't think there was any way for me to be able to do that if I did. All right, well, yeah, let's go there then. That's worth 4 victory points. There you go. And the progress marker has reached the end of the game. And how did it go? Oh my goodness gracious. Bruce Bruce wasn't even trying to get rid of influence. I guess he figured, what, he was in last place or something? No, I thought he was the next closest to me for that. He did get 51 points there, but I did win the game there. All right, that's... I guess none of them did score any extras at the end. There's a massive parade throughout the streets of your village as the citizens of Green Gully celebrate their new leader. You walk through the crowd shaking hands and kissing babies. The shadow of your pasts are now beyond you, and you're ready to lead Green Gully to a new era of success. As the rightfully elected leader of Green Gully, your opponents must address you as king or queen. And as king, you can decide later if you want to harvest their souls to achieve immortality. Oh, that would just be so sick. That's what I gotta say about that. And that concludes that. And let's see how we had the final scoring there. Bruce had 859, 854. Actually, they're both pretty close to each other. 953. Just missed lapping one of them. But yes, that concludes our campaign here for Charterstone. Now, we do have an opportunity to play a game or two single game runs to see how we do, and we could either use this map or a random map or some other map that they have on there. Maybe we could try a game on each of those maps. Though I have a feeling that there are going to be a couple of blank spaces on here. I've noticed that there is a bug. Oh. Oh. Never mind. I wanted to have a look at the map, but apparently you really can't do that. Oh, I should have just have progressed forward because it shows here the final scoring in here, of course. Yes, I had 32 from there. Bruce beat me out on, probably Bruce had more points allocated than for capacity or something like that, because I think I was at full capacity. Yeah, I only had 2 there. Bruce had 11 for 33 there. So Bruce beat me there. Let's see. I was in last place from Persona points. What did I do? I won 7 of the games or something like that. So somehow, right? Yeah, I think yeah, 7 or 8 games or something like that. 690. So I had the most on that department, and the bots are just not good at building buildings in a good number of places. Here we have the final show map item. And what happens though is that I don't know if there are any blank spaces that were left over. Did any of them have any? Yes, because Bruce has a place he did not build. May has 2 places she did not build. And as a result, the map will not be full. And that is a deficiency, I think, in how the AIs play. I think they've been a lot more competitive. I was hoping that the hard one would actually build more in here, because look at this. Bruce has an empty one right here, crying for him to build on it. But he built over something in here. Either that or he didn't build this game or something. May placed Sky Islands on top of her 2 empty places, so that was completely out. So that's the problem that we have in there. So it's going to be an incomplete map. So I most likely won't be using this map for a post-campaign game. But we do have a few maps that are showable, or random map that I think could give us some interesting games here. But that's it for this campaign, where I was playing the Purple Charter, and I was playing against 2 other opponents. And I think this was the closest one on there, but I was a bit surprised that I was able to win this, because I was really sure that, being the first time playing in the hard one, that I would not be able to have any chance whatsoever. Whatever's the case, that concludes our Charterstone campaign, and I'll see you later on for another game here on Pineleaf on Board.